Hi everyone, it's Julia. A while back I did a video on a thrift store haul, and I thought I would show you what I ended up making out of these cute little leather tabs that I found. I found a whole bag of these leather tabs, probably at least 30 of them, for like $1.97. And I don't exactly know what the original use was for these, possibly like suspenders, or I'm not really certain, but they're pretty soft and pliable, and I figured I could think of something to use these for. Well, I came up with the cutest idea for a little bracelet, and I'm just going to show you kind of how I went about making this. I also found, and I think it was at an antique shop, this tape measure. It's not really cloth, it's more like a plastic. It's a little bit stiffer than a cloth tape, and I use about 9 inches of it for this bracelet. So I cut 9 inches of the tape, and then I finish it, one end of it off with one of these little ribbon clamp things, and I just secure it using my flat nosed pliers, and just kind of crimp it on the end of that one side. And then on the other side I loop it through and stitch it just on my sewing machine. Okay, and so you're wondering, how do you wear this thing? But I kind of figured out, you stick it through this end and then through this middle little hoop, so it's adjustable, and you put it on your wrist. And then I found these, it's a downloadable sheet, but they look like typewriter key alphabets, and I have like a button machine, and I make these little pins. They're like little 1-inch pins, and so whatever letter, your first name or last name, and then you just stick it right in the center here. So you have this cute little bracelet that just slips over, and then you can adjust it to whatever you need for your particular wrist. A little bit about this downloadable, and I'll link the Etsy shop. Super cute. It's just a downloadable sheet of every letter, and again, it's kind of has that vintage look, so I thought it really went well with this particular project. And I'm going to show you too, I thought, just because it's just such a neat machine, is my American button machine that makes these buttons. So I'm going to show you that quick next, and it'll be just a second and I'll get that set up. Okay, here's my American button machine, and there's 4 parts to the actual button itself, or I guess 5 parts. The button has the actual little, kind of like a little metal disc that goes in the machine, and then your paper circle goes on next. And I found out that this 1-inch button machine, if you cut it with a 1 1/4 inch punch, it works. So I'm going to use the B on this one, and I'm just going to line it up, and I'm going to punch this B out. And that goes on next, lays right over that little metal disc. And then the piece of plastic goes on next. And then in this compartment is the little collar thing that holds it all together, and that just slips in there. And then you just take it over, push it down, swing it around, push it down again, and you've got your button. And then you just take the little metal pin part, and that just snaps in the back of it. So really simple. I tell you, I've had this machine for probably 5 years now, and I use it all the time. I love to put pins on like my bags and my totes, and just kind of gives it a little personal touch to it, and just like a little different element. Sometimes I'll put a little button in the center of a flower pin. I use it a lot. I also sell just the buttons themselves at craft shows, and also at my little flea market shop. Fun. And so I thought I would share that with you too. I love doing thrift store flips. It's surprising how many things you can find at the thrift store that you can completely just change up and make it completely different into something usable again. So it's kind of fun, and I'm hoping, leave a comment if what you feel about possibly doing videos on this, like once a week or once every couple weeks, doing a thrift store flip. Just going into a thrift store, finding something and flipping. I just think that would be so much fun. So just give me your thoughts on that. Other than that, I hope you have a good day and chance to just create today and enjoy it. Thanks so much.